My intro. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We have a very special guest on here today. He is a major YouTuber. He goes to storage auctions. He plays coin pushers. He restorages the love. You name it, he does it. All right, we're gonna bring him up. Here's Jeremy from What the Hales.
Hey! And George is back there too, somewhere.
George is back there too. All right, we got Jeremy and George. The What the Hales.
She's packaging from the auction last night. So we just literally just set up this this packaging station for her in the Florida ranch house.
Nice. Awesome. So tell me how the YouTube channel started.
Okay, YouTube. Somebody said, hey, we should create a YouTube channel, and I think people would watch it. And I laughed and I thought, yeah, right. Nobody would ever want to watch that. And lo and behold, went ahead and did it, and it kind of grew and grew and grew and grew. And for some reason, people are still watching.
Yeah, I was like, this is like Storage Wars, but without all the drama and stuff that you don't really need.
Yeah, you get to see what treasure we find, whether it's treasure or trash. You get to see it. And again, I never in a million years thought anybody would ever want to watch, and yet people keep watching for some reason. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but people they reach out to us all the time. They tell us that we're a vital part of their life, and we take those comments seriously. So we've tried to really devote a portion of our life of being a part of other people's lives.
Mm-hmm. And when did Restorage the Love? When was the first Restorage the Love?
I think the first opportunity really arose. Probably we call this, every storage unit, we kind of have a name for it. So we called this one Shady Guy, and Shady Guy came up to me. He was lying to me the entire time. He's like, oh, I was late, I just flew here, that's my dad's unit. And then he finally told me the truth. He's like, I just got out of jail, and he said, will you sell me my unit back? And I said, well, what are you thinking? And he said 2,000 cash, and I went, all right, if it's that important to you, you can have it back. And we started conversations with other people and activities with other people, and we began to realize that how important it was for people to see these good news stories on YouTube, instead of, oh, look, we found we found peanuts in a box and they're stale, let's see if Jeremy will eat them. Or, oh, we found another cell phone. And really, that doesn't mean anything. But in the long run, when you can impact and touch somebody's heart in their life by paying it forward, that speaks volumes. And we began to really grasp the idea that, this really is our voice. We never thought about ever putting it on YouTube. We never thought it would resonate on YouTube, and it really, it does. And that's what people want to see more than what's in a box.
Yeah. And I like, me myself, I love when you guys do that. Like, it's cool to see you go back to the person that, like the lady with the ashes. She wanted her son's ashes, and you went to her personally, and you didn't leave the thing until you heard back. And I thought as far as the all your resource of lives you've done, that's the most important one. Oh, they're asking for Phil now.
Hey, I'm here. Don't worry. We're having an interview with Journey from What the Hales. Say hello to Journey, okay? Yeah.
All right. Let's go to like your Ghostbuster. When did you was Ghostbusters the movie? What sparked your fame for that? Yeah.
We probably all have that favorite movie that we watched as a kid and kind of defined us growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
And I just remember seeing Ghostbusters, and your imagination goes crazy when you're a kid, which hopefully as adults our imagination still goes crazy. Like my imagination, George, is my imagination crazy still as an adult? See, she says yes. So, I imagine what we can do with 70 acres and what we can build and what we, and back then it wasn't what we can build and what we can do and do for people and do for a community. Back then it was, let's catch some ghosts. And I can remember playing with friends and brothers and sister and pretending you were a Ghostbuster. I mean, that was it. Let's play Ghostbusters. Let's be Ghostbusters. So I don't know why it was. It was probably timing of the release of the movie. That came out, and I think the original came out in '85. I think it might have been 84, 85. It's probably 85. Is it 84? Okay.
4. Yeah.
So I was 7, 8 at the time. That foundational time, and it was Ghostbusters. And if it was, what do you want for your birthday? Oh man, Ghostbusters. And what do you want for Christmas? Ghostbusters. So absolutely loved it. It became the thing for me.
Yeah. No, we're not on TikTok tonight. We're gonna stick with the interview. I've been begging and pleading for an interview with Jeremy for how long has it been now? I don't know.
It's been a while. And it's been a while. Intense. Our life has been intense with the move, and so tonight works really well. We are booked solid tomorrow. We're booked solid Wednesday, so we're glad that things can actually work out for tonight.
Yeah, I was so excited, and like right before we started, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like this because I've had people I've talked to on streams before where my heart was like, oh my god, but I'm actually okay now because like I feel like I watched you enough, and I know enough about you that will ask good questions and get to know we can get to know each other a little bit more with that.
We're just normal people just like you.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. I'm just like, you always see YouTubers and they're just, some get too much of an ego, and they think they're like, I don't know what they think they are, but they're not. It's not normal. And
you always have to keep in mind, as a YouTuber, you are nothing if people aren't watching. And even if people are watching, this is the crazy part. I was saying this before. I don't even know why they watch. I don't get it. I don't understand. There must be something that resonates with people. Hopefully we're educating how to be fun employed, but we're grateful, extremely grateful, but at the same time, we are just in awe that anybody watches. It just boggles my mind. I think we're boring. I literally think we're boring. You think we're boring? She said we're boring. We are. We literally are boring. I don't know why people would watch. So it just boggles my mind that even one person would watch.
What I find, because I'm a viewer, so I can tell you like what I love about the show or the channel. You guys are hilarious for one thing. When you're in a locker and you're or a unit, and you find every time you find something, when you find something unique or obscure, those are the best moments. And you'll have a pun for it or a joke or whatever. And when it's something you can't show on camera, that's even more funny because you're just like, oh, we can't do this. And then we're in, sometimes it's the mystery. It's like, what's he gonna find? Just like you guys say, what the Hales are we gonna find? That is the best, catchphrase. And it's not just a catchphrase for you. It's literally
it's every day.
Yeah, it's every day.
Yeah. George and I love humor. I think that's the thing that really, I'm guessing, I'm putting words in her mouth without her, and she has to be shipping because we have the next 2 days so packed. And so from the auction last night on the live stream, she has to be shipping. But I think what really drew us together was we make each other laugh, and our humor, I think it's easiest just to say that she gets my humor and I get her humor. And for some reason, she thinks I'm hilarious, and sometimes I think she's hilarious.
I'm the most hilarious female you've ever been with.
She just said, I'm the most hilarious female you've ever been with. So there's a lot of truth to that. I mean, that is a reality. So people can be gorgeous on the outside and be very ugly on the inside, and ugly on the inside makes ugly on the outside. But what's probably attractive to both of us, I mean, look at me. I'm a middle-aged, balding dad bod. And so it's not physical attraction. It's really, we make each other laugh a lot. And so that's, for us, it's probably the humor, because we love it so much. Probably 99% of the time we're joking with each other. And that keeps, I mean, I think that keeps, with everything we've had to go through with her cancer, and I don't know, I think it keeps some aspect of sanity to our lives that we joke. And she probably gets mad at me quite a bit for joking too much, but I always try and lighten the mood with a joke. Or to not have to feel feelings, one or the other.
Yeah, well, because when you're somewhere where, maybe you're not having the best time, or it could be better, at least you have each other to, play off of, really. Or,
we do have good banter, and we play off of each other very well. That's why I think our humor, I don't know if you think of it like juggling. Our humor goes back and forth like a juggler throwing the balls, catching it, throwing it, catching it, throwing it, catching. Like she'll throw it and I'll catch it, and then I'll throw it and she'll catch it, and we go back and forth like that, fairly well. Sometimes too well, and we have to edit it out because we're too funny. I'm joking. Immature. Really, what it is, it's immaturity, and we have to edit it out.
I can imagine when you guys were at the town hall recently, you probably were having a lot of banter.
We were whispering to each other under our breaths.
We were speechless.
And then we were just like, this is the most dysfunctional thing we have ever seen in our lives. And she would elbow me, I would elbow her, we'd crack jokes, and we kept whispering to each other. We're like, we need to start filming now. We need to get the cameras out now. But neither of us were going to do it. We didn't do it for the very first town hall meeting. That was so dysfunctional and so crazy. But the second one, I broke out the camera. I literally walked up to the mayor and I said, hi, my name is Jeremy. I'm a resident here. I'm going to be filming this town hall meeting, as is my legal right. And then I sat down, and everybody they were scared to death to even talk, because for the first time ever, there was accountability with a video.
Mm-hmm.
Now they all know it's out on the internet, and I think they're even more scared.
Yeah. Do you have instances where you're like hesitant to film?
All the time.
All the time.
Like every single day. You know, when we first started on YouTube, I mean, we went through, and you don't see this on our channel, but we went through a massive fight with auctioneers, with storage auction businesses, with other auction goers, other bidders, because nobody wanted us there filming. And so it got to a point, I got my legal team and I went, all right, get me the law, draft me up and it literally went to the point of, all right, are we going to have a fight today? What's today going to bring? And we'd be uneasy and anxious. And if somebody, and I would just start filming. I don't have to ask, because legally I can.
Yeah.
And if they would tell me to not film, I would get out my legal paperwork, and it got to this point. I would go, you know what? I haven't had to sue anybody yet for infringing on my rights to film, but I would love to make you the first example. Here's the law from my lawyers. And then I hated doing it because it's so uncomfortable. But if somebody doesn't stand up for the rights that we have as individuals, nobody will. And so it was very anxiety filled. It was, you know, we'd be at each other's throats. But it changed the entire culture of auctions in the state of Ohio, to where now auctioneers beg us to show up because they get free marketing. Businesses beg us to show up because they get free exposure. All of the auction goers want to be in the videos because they want to tell all their friends, look, I'm on YouTube. I'm famous on YouTube.
Auctioneers are even filming.
Yeah, auctioneers. We changed it to the point where auctioneers are even filming themselves now. And it was a battle. It was a battle.
Are you having better luck? I know you're in Florida now, but like with public storage, because I remember you were having an issue with filming there, and they were like, "No, put the camera away. You can't film."
Yeah, so that was Life Storage. Life Storage doesn't have any more. Public storage. Public storage. U-Haul has kicked us out. Life Storage has kicked us out. Basically, in a nutshell, almost all of these mainstream businesses have gone to online auctions. So there's no opportunity to even film a real live auction anymore. You got to buy the unit. And if we come in, nobody ever has thrown a fit with us coming and buying a unit and filming it right there. It's the actual auction portion that they always fight for some reason. So we haven't gone to a live auction in Florida yet. We've been in Florida for a month and a half, maybe a little bit more. We've bought 7 units. We bought them in Chiefland, which is nearby us, and they were all online. We bought them because they were 15 minutes away, and we haven't been to another storage unit auction yet. We've been going to the ocean, going shelling. We're on the property now. So like today, it's right now is very, very intense for us. Like today, we just shelled out another $2,200 plus to get our well fixed so that we actually even have water. So we're in the actual home that this home will actually all get dozed eventually, and we're going to build a new home. But while we're here, we need that temporary utilities. We got to have water. We got to have electric. So today we were able to get electric set up for the camper because the camper is going to come. We're not living in the home. We're living in the camper. The home is our warehouse now so that we can go to storage units and bring stuff back and store it in the home. We've got water, not all the way finished yet. And then we'll have to tie in the sewer. So tomorrow we get a tractor delivered. We get 500 gallons of diesel delivered. We get, very, very intense right now as far as scheduling. We can't get to an auction right now because everything's so crazy.
Yeah. with the length of your property, is the trailer a pain to go up and down it, like when you're leaving to go up and to go to the?
Yeah, we bought 2 brand new 20-foot covered trailers once we got here, and the property is big. It's big. It's we're in the middle. We're 15 minutes from the golf. We're in the middle of peace and quiet. It was the coolest thing today. And most of your viewers are probably going to think this is so ridiculous, but we were like little kids. We saw wild hogs today for the first time, and there were 3 babies, and they were coming up towards us, and we were like, there's pigs. This is so amazing. So for us, this is just a little piece of heaven. And in Florida, everything is so sandy. The trailers are fine. So it's sand, it's grass on sand, and no issues whatsoever as far as where we're at on the property. We love it. We honestly, we can't get enough of it.
That's good. And it's on the Gulf side of Florida?
Yeah, we're on the Gulf side, which is also called the Nature Coast, because nobody lets you build on the coast. It's protected by Florida. It's nature habitat after nature habitat after nature habitat. And again, I'm putting words in George's mouth by saying we both love nature. I can say that I love it. I can't get enough of it. I love being outdoors. I loved today seeing the pigs come out. I mean, that's just the coolest thing. But they won't let you build on the coast like that, and so it is the nature coast. But we're 15 minutes from the Gulf. We can go over there anytime we want, and we're near the water. And again, it's a little piece of heaven.
Yeah. Were you ever a Cub Scout or in any like boys club?
This is the crazy thing. My parents, I would beg and beg and beg. I want to do Boy Scouts. I want to do Boy Scouts. And my parents always had an excuse why not. And here's what I think the reality was. You know how parents give you an excuse? They never tell you the truth. They don't tell you this is why. My parents were too poor. I mean, I just think basically that was it. I wanted to play drums. Wasn't allowed to play drums. I wanted to be a Boy Scout. Wasn't allowed to be a Boy Scout. And, I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this. And I think what it just comes down to, my parents were dirt poor with 5 kids. And they never said, we're too poor, we can't afford that. There was always another excuse, but never were. But I went to camp in 3rd grade, and camping got in my blood, and I made a profession out of it. I ended up becoming executive director of a camp, 175 acres in the heart of Amish country, and it's something I've always done. And now here we are, kind of camping again in Florida. And, long-term dream, I would be thrilled if someday the property that I buy down here, I want more property. I want to expand it. And I'd be thrilled someday if somebody turned it into a camp someday.
Yeah. Or like you when you were back at Kelly's Island for that one video, where those barrels were, as like you were talking about, this would be perfect for like a camp or like where YouTubers can come and you could build like I was like, wow, that would be so cool. Even I mean anywhere really, like I wouldn't even say YouTubers, like you're like people that you're fan that support. I'd say a supporters kind of thing. You could have like what the Hales camp.
It'd be fun. And I grew up going to camp on Kelly's Island, and that's why Kelly's Island in Ohio is like so near and dear to my heart. And then George, again, I'm pointing to her, you can't really see me pointing, but she's over here packaging. George loves the water, doesn't love getting into the water, but loves the water, loves sunsets. Kelly's Island, some of the most beautiful sunsets. So it kind of makes sense with my background and love for camping up on the island. And then it comes back to nature again, the beauty of God's creation, the nature there. It makes sense for us to try and be up there as well.
Yeah. I used to camp in Lancaster. We would always, my parents had this group of friends every summer towards August. we would go to a campground, and we found this one in Lancaster. It was called Spring Gulch, and it was a camper and tent campground. So half the time we would use our camper, and then towards the end of our time, we had a tent because the camper just got old and too much maintenance.
Yeah.
And we didn't have anywhere to store it anymore because my grandfather passed away, and we sold his garage. My grandfather started an oil business with his brother, and they ran this company when they were, a lot around, and then it went into his brother's side of the family, and my dad's side just didn't want anything to do with it. They just like, here, just give us our stake in the company, and then whatever. So that's what happened. He spent all his money on cars and who knows what. And after he passed away, she sold all his stuff, and she went traveling. She went everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And she's 90. She's 92 right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Baby, is that what you're going to do when I die? You're going to sell all my stuff and go traveling?
Maybe.
She said yes.
Maybe.
She said maybe, but maybe always means yes. Maybe means yes.
What else was I going to ask you? When you're at an auction, how do you I'm sorry, when you first started going to auctions, did you go alone, or did somebody show you the ropes?
Nobody ever showed me the ropes in an auction, and I've always loved them. I can remember going to auctions as a teenager. Like one of the it sounds so silly, but one of the first things I remember doing is going to an auction. It was an estate auction in Elyria, Ohio. That's where the Twisted Tea guy is from. That's where that all went down. That's where I grew up, in Elyria, Ohio, Twisted Tea. So that probably explains a little bit of why I am the way I am. But as a kid, as a teenager, I went to this estate auction, and I remember buying a blowgun. Yeah, I remember buying a blowgun for $1, and I went, no stinking way! I just got this for $1. I was hooked for life. I mean, I just love auctions. I love them.
And when you find stuff that normally you'd have to go to like the store to buy, is there anything that you like, even though you don't really necessarily want to have it, you want to find one just to scratch it off your list of
Money.
I found one.
Money, gold, silver.
Gold.
The money never gets old. I don't even care if it's 50 cents. If I spent $500 on a storage unit and I find 50 cents in a piggy bank, I'm like, yeah, I found money,
Yeah.
So again, silly to most people, but I don't know, that never gets old. There's so many things that we have found. I mean, we found a Harley Davidson. Georgia's talking behind me. She said, we haven't found a boat yet. We've found so many different things. So I don't know. Money is fun to find. It just is. Collectible quotes are great, but whatever we can find, we can find.
Usually though, when I see, I mean, I don't know if it's for everything, but usually when there's a vehicle or something in a locker, they go, that's not included. So it's just, yeah.
So the way that we got the Harley Davidson, when we found it, there was a vehicle in the unit. And Ohio lien law is it's not very precise, is what it amounts to. So if you find a car, they seize the car to run background checks to see if there's a loan on the car. Well, even if there's a loan on the car, it's still going against the person that took the loan out on their credit. Whether that car, who cares? That car then goes to an auction, another auction, to be auctioned off. So they clear the title, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Well, there was the car in the unit we found the Harley Davidson behind the car. And the
Wow.
facility, it was actually Life Storage. They had no idea the Harley Davidson was there. We found the Harley Davidson and we sold it to Mike Wolf of American Pickers.
Yeah, I remember that. You had they
Yep.
had him on. They had his picker come look at it, and then he was on the phone. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Did you ever get to meet him in real life? Like, did you get to like bring it to him, or was it all?
We haven't met him in person yet, though. We have been invited to the shop to check out on the Harley, and we haven't been able to do it yet. I suppose that's probably the wrong thing to say. We haven't made it a priority to do it yet with all the other things that we're doing. So we could have done it. We just haven't yet.
And have you found any coin pushers? Are you gonna look for? Are you gonna go?
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They are everywhere in Florida. Everywhere you stop, every gas station, every little shop, they're everywhere.
But is there like a casino that has them?
So there are casinos, and our viewers in Florida have told us, hey, you know, they're here at this casino, they're here. But we haven't gone out. You know, we found the ones that we found just by going in and going, oh, well, there it is, and there it is, and there it is. But we haven't gone out on the official search. And the reason is because we have to get ourselves grounded here on the property. We've got to get all of our utilities up. We got to get the camper over here. We have to be able to live and run a business. So the fun part of going out and searching, that'll come later. Yeah. You got to get that foundational stuff so that you actually can live. And so that's what we're working on right now. And honestly, that's probably going to be another month of just getting, you know, everything together here.
And your warehouse in Ohio, are you just going to get out of there and not worry about it? Because it sounds like that's a big headache.
So Marilyn filed suit against her partner. And then I claimed as kind of a secondary suit. She's claiming she never received rent from me. Well, she didn't personally receive rent from me. The business received rent from me. And so she sued me. I countersued her. We go to court May 10th. She's offered me the property for $100,000. I've denied it. I've offered her $50,000. She's denied it. So right now we're still going to court.
Sounds like she just doesn't want to have anything to do with it. And who was she? Was her husband in charge of it, or it sounds like?
And he passed away a long time ago.
So she's like, I ain't dealing with this crap. She's pretty much. Lady.
That's why she had the business partner. She had the business partner dealing with everything, but then she got mad at him. Right. And then she went, well, we're no longer in business. And you went, I didn't put 10, 15 years into business to go, we're no longer in business. You don't get to decide that. We're business partners.
Yeah. It sounds like she wants to sell it all, but she can't sell it because she looks like she's in debt to her eyeballs.
Oh, she is. She is.
I mean, it's pretty clear if the electric, she's probably got electrical back pay or whatever for all those times they shut her off.
Electric and water, both.
And she's got that lawyer on retainer. I'm sure he's going to end up not being able to pay him either. It's like,
he's
sorry, man.
an hour.
Wow. So he's a bargain. That means he's not good. If he's not paying $400, hey, are we gonna go to jail? Yep. Yeah. I'm trying to think of some of the videos I want to talk. When you find like when you found Rosie's bush, or when you find stuff like that, like, do you just automatically chuck it, or do you do you think somebody would buy this?
Well, I think there's somebody to buy everything in all reality, but Rosie's bush, normally I would have chucked it. and I kept it. And the only reason why I kept it is because of YouTube, because we always get the same question: what's the grossest thing you ever found? What's the grossest thing you ever found? What's the grossest thing you ever found? And I went, you know what? We're just going to frame it in a shadow box, and we're going to go, there's the answer right there. And so we'll keep it in the warehouse and go, there's your answer.
Yeah. And that can be like until the next thing comes along.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we can get much. Well, you know, I mean, obviously we find adult toys, used adult toys. That's pretty gross.
That all get thrown out? Do you just
all that gets thrown out. Everything gets thrown out. We have YouTubers all the time begging us to sell it to them, and we, frankly, what we do is we block them for their unusual requests. But that all goes in the garbage. And we find teeth, we found fingernails, toenails, dentures, and crazy stuff like that. And you just kind of shake your head. You're like, this is kind of gross, but Rosie's bush is so unique, so uniquely gross that it was so funny finding it. It was like the best thing in the world. It was like the best worst thing you could ever find.
And whenever you find movies, I know you auction most of them off, but do you keep a lot of them for your collection, for your use?
Yeah, hold some back, and I do have a pretty big collection, so I do hold some back. It's got to be a good one, and I really prefer Blu-ray now, but I'll keep a normal DVD, and or if I haven't seen it, I'll grab it, because a lot of times we work so much and we're on laptops or editing. I'll put a movie on in the background. So if I haven't seen it before, it'll be movie in the background. Let's see if this thing's even good in the background while I'm actually editing or while I'm working. And if it's good, I'll keep it in the collection. If not, they're like, all right, here you go, George, auction it off.
Yeah, when you were opening those DVDs not too long ago, I was like, oh, you're gonna watch Short Circuit? I was like, that movie's classic. With the
that's another one growing
up. I remember it. So Steve Guttenberg and what's her face? Ali Sheedy was in it. They made a second one. It wasn't as good as that one, but it's got some moments. But it's only the little guy, the Johnny Five. Come here, that guy.
Yeah. Yep. Johnny Five is alive.
Johnny Five, how are you? When I found out that guy wasn't even an Indian, he was just playing. That was just the thing. I was like, wow, that guy did a good job as doing that.
I watched Short Circuit, so in that video, I'm like, oh, I pulled that one aside, and I actually watched it a few days ago. It wasn't too long ago. I had it playing in the background. Blast from the past.
Yeah. I always do whenever, because like I've stopped buying DVDs basically because I watch Netflix a little bit, but I'm always like, you know what? Someday they're gonna shut off the damn internet, and we're gonna have to watch these DVDs. So I never got rid of my collection. But like I have these days where I'm just like, do I really need all these? But I'm thinking like it's always good to have something in case you have that day.
For me, if we go camping in the camper and I'm on a campground, no internet. So you got to think through. I mean, kind of where you go, where are you in life, and where do you want to be in life? And so for me, camping, I love being in the camper, camping wherever it is, Kelly's Island, whatever. And we're in the camper now, although we do have internet here at the ranch now. So that's one of the reasons why we can go live with you right now. We have a better picture than us being at the just another way, because we got that. What did we get that 2-3 days ago?
Yeah, but now we can take that.
Yeah, and we got a system that we could take with us anywhere now too. But what I was gonna say is, if we don't have internet, we have a movie, and a lot of places we're finding in Florida, there are a lot of places that don't have any internet access at all, and so DVDs are extremely important to people for entertainment.
And have you reached out to Olight to get a what do they call that? Like, so they sponsor you, like, so like a paid, like you paid advertisement from their. Do they do that? Like, what do they call that?
So you were right. It is sponsorship, and we don't charge Olight for a sponsorship. We love the product. So and I'll share this. I'll share this with you. You know, sponsorship, for us to do a sponsorship, like Macari just reached out to us, and they want us to do a sponsorship video, and I told them $5,000 for us to talk about Macari. And Macari said, okay, you just have to put the video out in January. And George and I are going, how are we going to put a Macari video out in January right now with all this? So for us, it's a lot of money to do a sponsorship video, and frankly, we just don't like them because we don't want to be controlled by a product that goes, well, you have to do this, you have to do this. We just want to tell people we like a product. Now, a lot of people may be going, man, you're turning your back on $5,000. That's a lot of money. I mean, it is. But we go, okay, well, we don't do any selling on Macari. I told them the cost is, and we always tell anybody who reaches out to us for 2 to 3 minute integration, and we will never do. There's what's called an integration video where you integrate what you're doing. It's not a hard sale, or it's a dedicated video, and we always tell them 2 to 3 minute integration is $5,000. But if your product doesn't match with what we do, we're not going to do it. And so Macari right now is going, well, we want it, but we want it at the end of January. And we're going, you know, it really, you know, how well is Macari? We never talk about Macari. Now all of a sudden we're going to go to our viewers and go, well, Macari, and why are we going to do it? Well, Macari gave us $5,000. Well, we think that cheapens the experience for the viewer. And I don't know. I don't think we'll end up doing it. So I guess, I mean, you know, you could do sponsorships. We truly just love the Olight. We literally think it's the best flashlight out there.
Yeah, I'm impressed with how bright it is.
Oh, it's incredibly bright. You know, that's the other thing. We haven't brought the 14,000 lumen flashlight over here yet to look for animals. We need to do that tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, we love it.
Do they make household lights, like bulbs for that you can use it in your home, or just flashlights?
They have night lights, but not just, and they have a lantern, night lights. They're coming out with a knife line, not a normal light bulb that I'm aware of yet, that I've ever seen or heard of, but they're great for treasure hunting. They're incredible. Like last night I was out on the 70 acres. I mean, I'm out in a piece of wilderness, 70 acres, and I had my Olight headlamp on, and I'm tramping all over 70 acres. I don't even know my own property yet, but here I am. An animal could come out at any time, but that headlamp is so bright, and I'm sitting there thinking, I love this light. You know, you're safe. You're safe because you got it on.
Yeah. It's funny, when you went to Gatorland, I met Savannah in 2017 or 2018. I was streaming on a site called YouNow. It's like a live stream where you can basically live streamers, and they had partnership and stuff there. And they invited us because there was a convention in Orlando. We were at, it's called Playlist Live, and that's where like streamers go. They do it every year at the Marriott in Orlando. So I mean, if you want to do like some kind of special meetup, and they might invite you there, but it's really like for, you know, there's a lot of girls running around and teens, so it really isn't. I'd say for your thing, it doesn't fit. But if you got invited, if you had like a panel there or something like that where you could meet your fans, they would have it set up where people line up and they can meet you and get a picture and all that stuff. But it's mainly like the bigger people, like somebody like Mr. Beast would go, like we were talking about earlier, like a lot of the ego. I went a few times. It was fun for me, just like hanging out and like seeing the people from the streaming site I used. But then I stopped using that over the summer, and that's when I got right back to my YouTube. I'm like, all right, let's start vlogging. Let's start doing this, and then I'm doing TikTok. So that's like another thing. It's like, all right, TikTok in here.
How's TikTok going for you? We haven't tried that yet. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? How's it going?
I like joking around with the videos. I don't mind. Like I'm more of a like, I don't know what you call it. Like just make a video and like the thing you did with the bucks, the $2, like that would do good on TikTok. People would actually, that would get a lot of views. It's basically the shorts like on YouTube, but they did it first, so it gets a lot more traffic there. And then when you hit 1,000, they let you they let you go live, kind of like an Instagram live or whatever. Same thing, but they have more perks than you would on so like people can gift your, like how you get like super chats on your live streams. They can do that right there, and you only need 1,000 followers to get that opportunity. So that's why I did it, because YouTube you need 1,000 subscribers plus what, 400 or 4,000 watchable hours or something like that. And it just takes a while to get to that threshold or whatever before YouTube lets you do it. And I just haven't. It was weird because years ago I was partnered, and then they changed the rules, and then they took the partnership away or whatever. I don't know. It's like if you're
they didn't grandfather you in.
Well, I don't know. They grandfathered in if you had enough fans, I guess, but I think I lost followers over a couple of years because I was only streaming on YouNow. I wasn't really uploading on my channel, and then I came back and I renamed it because I used to be called Dancing Mario on here. I was like Dancing Mario this, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna start vlogging and get So I started watching some videos and like, what do I need to get my channel? And then everybody's like, this is all you need. Even you said it. You're like, this is all you need. You don't need fancy gadgets and stuff like that. Now, mind you, I did add a little bit. I got one of these things for for stability.
Yeah,
and,
the gimbal, those are nice.
Yeah. But everything I have, like this, everything I'm using now was from streaming. So I used a lot of the, like when I was partnered, I used a lot of that on my streaming, because I started with just the webcam, the built-in webcam, and then I got the C920, and then it's like, okay, I got this. Now I got sound effects and all the bells and whistles. It's like, hey, here he is. And like you guys were having fun with your microphones. Like I've been doing that with this. I was like,
hey, how you doing, bro?
Nice.
And then but those things are cool. I had something similar, but it doesn't have the voice changes on it. It's just a karaoke one. I was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, the company sent us those, and they wanted us to do a video, and so I mean, the companies will send us stuff all the time because they want us to do a video. So I reached back out to them and I said, all right, what are the details? What's going on? And we haven't heard back from them, so they've never responded. I don't know. So there's probably, I don't even know the detail. I don't even know where they came from. So. I don't know. We're having fun with them, just goofing around, but
I don't know if you would be into this, but do you ever think about doing a commercial, like making your own commercial with the products that you have, and have a little skit, make a little skit video. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And you can incorporate like Christian and Patience into it and stuff like that. I think that would be great. And they could actually you could do it you would do it with like TikTok or like little clips and edit. I don't know. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It's like I got my own light.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yeah. Like
that would be fun.
I think it would be funny. Like you get one of those old fashioned. Remember the plastic ones with the they like had a white switch at the top and they used 2D batteries.
Oh yeah, the old Everreadys. Old Everready flashlights. Yep.
Yeah, you could get one of those and like, it's like this thing doesn't get light enough. Why are you using that dinosaur? Use the old light.
Yeah, those old lights are so bright. I love them.
And like you swear by them. Like I'm just like, yeah, they're not mag lights or whatever. Like I don't even have a bad nickname to give those mag lights.
And you remember when mag lights were a big thing? You remember the mag? I mean, you used to carry on a monster of a mag light. It was more of a weapon than it was a flashlight.
Yeah. Well, even so, the biggest one you couldn't get. They were, I think they only gave those to the police as like a like a.
Yep.
And now they give them those lights with taser on it. It's got a stun gun on the end of it. I was like, holy crap, that's thing's serious.
That's one of the things that we want to do and find in a storage unit. We want to find a taser and taser each other.
That would be funny, but I would feel like no, I'm not getting that. I'm not doing that.
Just once. Just for one video. One time. Of course, I'm going to have to taser George first before she runs off. It's going to have to be quick. Be like, George, look what I found. It'd be a good video.
Oh man, what did you think of the gator bites?
George loves them.
I don't love them. I like them.
Okay, I stand corrected. She said, I don't love them. I like them. George likes them. And for me, we tried one place with gator bites, and I think it's just like chewy. It's like,
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so like meat, I like to sink my teeth in meat and kind of, it's the texture of it. The gator bite seems like really chewy, and for me, it's like the texture is off for me.
We went to a place in Orlando. It was called Jack's, and that's where they had gator bites, and like it was like a sports bar type thing. And I was like, okay, they're not bad. And then after a while, I'm like, that's like it tastes like rubber crab meat.
Yeah, that's what I thought. George and I didn't have the same thought on the taste, but I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me. This is
like rubber chicken.
Yeah, she's saying it tastes like rubber chicken. That's what it tastes like to me, rubber chicken. Like I went to Japan. When I was in Japan, I accidentally ordered fried chicken cartilage, and that's what it reminds me of, fried chicken cartilage. Just chewy.
Isn't that what like chicken livers would be like? It's been a while since I had chicken livers.
I don't know. I'm not sure on that. Maybe.
I'm sure some of those flea markets have it too.
Most likely, yeah. Yeah, I don't doubt that.
They have too much junk at those places, though. We went to a few in Orlando, and they weren't that good. Like there wasn't anything worth buying, and like it looked like fake Disney merch or
Yeah.
old Disney merch?
We have a flea market local here. We didn't go yet, but we met a couple that owns the campground around the corner from the property. So they went and they said, "Don't even bother coming. It's it's all junk." But the nice thing about Florida is there's an estate sale everywhere, a garage sale everywhere. There's there's a flea market everywhere. I mean, there's just unlimited opportunity to make money.
Yeah. And like where when you're is eBay your go-to where to sell, or do you sell on marketplace too? Do you just sell right on the marketplace?
So we'll sell what we call household goods on marketplace. If you need a vacuum, we'll sell you a vacuum. If you need a couch, we'll sell you a couch on marketplace. But for anything else that's worth selling, it's going to be eBay.
Or we auction them off on Sunday.
And I'm standing corrected again. George says, or we auction them off on Sunday. So that was her auction plug. But eBay, when we go to eBay, we don't necessarily go to Amazon because of Amazon fees. eBay was there in the beginning, and eBay is very strong as far as sales goes because you have a worldwide marketplace. And when you have a worldwide marketplace, you've got people competing with one another to buy your item. So we stick with eBay. That's our go-to. We get millions, that's an exaggeration, but millions of questions come through. And that is an exaggeration. We do get thousands, but I don't think we've ever gotten millions, but questions of, I have this item, where do I sell it? I have this item, how do I sell it? I mean, the answer is always the same. It's eBay. Get on eBay, sell it, and it's the same question. It's just a different item from a different person, and the answer is always eBay. That's our go-to.
Now, have you wanted to meet any of the other eBay reseller channels, even though that's not your content? I don't know who you know and who you don't, like Cincinnati Picker or Harry Tornado. Have you ever heard of those guys?
So we've heard of them. We don't necessarily watch them. And the only reason is because we have so much going on in our own personal lives that we're honestly so busy, and managing a YouTube channel on our own, and now 2 channels, and now managing Facebook channel, that in itself is 3 full-time jobs. And you literally have no time for anything else. You literally have no time for anything else.
Yeah.
But Cincinnati Picker would be probably 3.5, 4 hours away from us in Ohio. We're not the type to reach out to people. So, we're not going to go, hey, Cincinnati Picker, let's, we just don't do that. We've got so much going on. It's not that we wouldn't go and meet them if they reached out to us, but he's never reached out to us, and we're not proactive like that to reach out to him. So, we don't know. We don't know Cincinnati Picker. We don't know Harry Tornado. We know of them. We know Harry Tornado has watched some of our videos because we've seen some of his comments. I don't know that Cincinnati Picker ever has. I don't remember ever seeing any of his comments.
Yeah, I like Harry Tornado's content because he does do some unboxing stuff. Like he'll buy those Gaylords at Goodwill, and then he'll open them up, and it'll be fun to see what he finds or whatever. But it's mostly junk. It's like all right, you found a few good things, but he found one of those talking fish, and it didn't work.
Yeah, that kind of hurts if it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's not. It's just a wall art at that point, and it's not. It's supposed to do that where the head turns out and starts singing to you.
Yeah, we don't know many other YouTubers as far as I mean, we know a handful of YouTubers, but really, the whole eBay reselling, or I don't know. I think what we are is we're a treasure hunting channel versus a reselling channel. And we found out quickly that if you want success in YouTube, that a treasure hunting channel will be much, much, much more successful than a reselling channel. And so for us, that doesn't mean that other people aren't extremely successful with reselling, but for us, for what we do and how we were approaching it, the treasure hunting aspect was gaining traction for us and seemed to be what we did best.
Yeah. Do you see like in the distant future, like if you were to like we were talking about earlier with like making a what Hales camp or whatever, do you ever think about doing like a special like YouTube competition with either all the people that you do stuff with and doing like a an auction, but you guys can't go to the same auction. You have to go to different auctions and try to
make more money.
Try to make more money.
That's a good idea. Competition is always good.
I like watching your buddies Second Sense and I'm just like, man, I wish he would do some more stuff similar to you, but it's nice that he does it his own way.
I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing for YouTube. You gotta find your voice. I mean, you know this already. If you've been live streaming and you've been doing all this stuff, you got to find your voice. You got to find your message. You find what you do well, and then once you put that all together, you got something going there. So, I think Rob's an auctioneer. Second Sense is an auctioneer, so he's got the voice. He's got the auctioneer voice.
Yeah. And Guapo, he's entertaining too. I haven't really got a chance to see more of his content, but he's definitely a character himself. And like when he's with you, when he's like either at the auction or you guys are going through units, you guys are like this little team of guys, and like even if you don't win the unit, it seems like you guys let each other go into each other's units and make let's do it.
And I think you said it well. You guys are like a team, and that's what we want to be. We want to be a team, so if the other guys, if they score big, we're thrilled for them. We're thrilled, absolutely thrilled. Now there may be times where we go, oh man, I wish I bought that unit, but there's so many things at auction. I mean, and we have so much junk as it is. There's going to be another auction where we're going to hit big, and they're going to go, man, I wish I would have bought that one. But that's the amazing part about it, that YouTube was a vital part of changing the auction culture in Northern Ohio and creating that team. So it's hard. Maybe hard's the wrong word, but for us coming down here to Florida, we knew we absolutely wanted this change. And by the way, I think it's a great change even for YouTube, because it's a whole nother chapter of all brand new for YouTube. So it's like What the Hales Florida edition. So part of that, that was a good decision for growing a YouTube channel, going to Florida, but for health reasons, for business reasons, for all of that, the hardest part was probably leaving those guys, that team, and having fun with them up in Ohio. But they all know they're welcome to come down here anytime.
Yeah,
we'll be back.
Right.
Yep.
And are you gonna, like, even though like you're going back to Ohio in the summer, do you think there's still going to be more auctions in Florida?
Oh yeah. Oh, hands
Yeah.
down. Yeah, hands down.
That's like how are you going to give up those auctions for the auctions in Ohio? Like, do you think there might be better stuff in Florida? And
I'll let you know when we we got to get out there and start bidding again. But
yeah.
we are already talking. We were like, well, we'll probably be out buying more next week. But I have this, I don't know, I have this suspicion, this gut feeling that Florida units are going to be better than Ohio. But we found some pretty incredible things in Ohio though too. So it's hard telling until we actually get out there. But you have all that hope and anticipation moving to Florida going, this is going to be amazing, these units down here. We just don't know yet because we've only bought 7, and we bought them all because they were close. We didn't think they were going to be good. We just bought them because they were there.
I think maybe though in like the vacation spots there might not be good stuff there. That may be like where there's like junk. It's going to be junk.
Yeah, junk.
Yeah, because you might have people that work down there, or and they just keep their because I know some people that live down there that they don't have a garage, they don't have a basement, so they gotta do that to store it. But it's usually their junk.
Yeah.
And not their treasure or whatever. And so maybe in the central Florida part you might have better luck there, but like I want to say like around Disney World and that's area, I don't think you're gonna find much there. I see it as that's where the tourists go, and those people, they might have time to collect a few Disney tchotchkes, but eventually you're just gonna get sick of the same Mickey and Donald plush dolls.
Yeah.
And they might make you some money on eBay, but like you're not getting any fun. It's like, what is this? We found 10 of these in every unit. It's not fun anymore. All right, we're not coming back to this on.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. I mean, that's we're anticipating getting back out there and finding good stuff, and we'll find. I guess we're gonna learn. We're gonna learn. We don't. You got to remember, we're a blank slate. We literally probably, I guess we know a little bit about Florida, but it's all new territory for us. So we're learning brand new all again. It'd be like, TikTok right now, but we have no clue. We've never been on TikTok. And so we try and get on TikTok. We're going to fumble around until we learn the system, but you're the go-to on TikTok. You know TikTok, you're doing TikTok. So we'll learn one way or another, hard knocks. We'll learn.
The best thing I can tell you about is if you're going to do it, just like talk to people that are already on it, because they can help get you more followers. And of course, I mean, as the second you announce you're on that on your Instagram story or even on a YouTube video, everybody will come and check it out. And they'll love all the little videos you do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know I will. For sure.
You'll be right on it.
I'll be right on it.
Yeah, well, for us, 15-second videos would all be dad jokes. That's what it would be. Dad and George jokes. Yep, exactly.
I think the funniest times is when she's singing a song and she asks you know that song? You're like, no. Nah, I never heard that one. I think she was singing like Salt and Pepper once, and you're just like, no, don't know. I was like, she's like, you're full of crap.
I'm too pure to know those kind of songs.
Really? Because you sing them at the coin pusher all the time.
Really? You taught them to me.
Maybe you might be right.
And how long have you been playing guitar?
What was that, Phil?
How long have you been playing guitar?
Oh, that was another thing. I wanted to learn guitar when I was a kid, and my parents said no. And again, I think it's because we didn't have enough money. So I bought a guitar at a garage sale. No joke. I bought a guitar at a garage sale and paid $25 for it. Taught myself how to play it. Sold it for like $675 or something like that. And I went, oh my goodness, there's money in guitars. And so the reseller in me went, well, who cares about playing the guitar? Buy them and resell them. And so I started flipping guitars and trying to teach myself how to play. So I don't really know how to play well at all. I tinker. I tinker a little bit, but I am by no means a guitar player.
Right. Like when you're doing the "Wake Up, Mel," like that song is the same song, even when you're doing what the hell? That's the same.
Every song is the same song. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's just strummed different. Yep. That's my capability on the guitar. Those 3 chords. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. And you got that what do they call that grip thing that keeps it
the capo? Yeah, the capo.
That thing helps a lot, I'm sure.
I got sawdust in my. I'm still pulling sawdust.
What are you sawing wood today?
So we're trying to get water today, and we have a couple different wells on the property, but we needed the main well fixed here at the house. And so I had a well repair guy come out. Well, they have a boom and they pull the well, and you never know how deep your well is. It could be hundreds of feet. It could be whatever. Well, he couldn't fit the truck in because of a tree. Well, there's a big tree branch. And he goes, you're going to have to cut that branch out so I can get the truck in. Well, the tree branch was way ahead, over my head. You're looking at 9 foot up in the air. So when I get the chainsaw up in the air like this to cut the tree branch, all of it was kicking right in my eye. So I was literally, I'm sawing the branch with my eyes closed, trying not to, if the branch comes down, I'm dead.
You're like, I don't need safety glasses.
Well, we didn't bring anything to Florida, so and we're in the middle of nowhere. So it was literally.
You just found all those tools. There wasn't a pair of safety glasses in that toolbox.
No safety glasses that I can remember. Yeah, nothing that I can remember.
I would think with a bunch of tools, you'd find something in there.
I was looking for drill bits earlier. I needed drill bits, and there's not even drill bits in those toolboxes. I was like, I can't believe this. There's not even a drill bit. Who doesn't have drill bits in their toolboxes? And
it would look like more accessories than tools. Like it looked like screws, like stuff you're not gonna use. That just like they kept, like how much glue did you find? Like it was all glue. Like, oh, we need this.
Yeah, a lot of it.
A
lot of it.
It looked like a lot of glue and a lot of like unused like packaged accessories.
Yeah.
You should have kept all that brand new stuff you found that one time.
It's all in Ohio.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if we had it here, but it's all in Ohio. We didn't bring any of it down.
And do you ever like, because in some of the videos you say, oh, we'll just return this to Lowe's or Home Depot. Do you ever do that right after you find it, or?
So we tried to. I went. So that Lowe's, I used to be in executive management in the Lowe's in my Worcester store, so I know all the employees there. And so I went in. I was the sales manager, so it was a new position, and I was over all of the sales force, and then Lowe's eliminated the position, and I was eliminated. So
Were you like install like in the back? Did they keep you in the back office, or were you?
I was over all installations, all basically everything. Pro services, installs,
what region?
exterior sales, interior sales, all the sales associate, everything. If it made money, I was in charge of it.
What was your region? Do you remember what this region was?
I don't even remember that.
Because I worked at one, and I'm in like outside Philadelphia, so ours was like Region 7, and we would I started in Tool World, then they had this PSA position, and we wore the tan vest because Lowe's phased out the vendors, and I was one of those, like, I did like what a vendor would do, I put the merchandise out. And we always had trouble with our district managers, though. That was the biggest problem with Lowe's. Is like, yeah, you had a store manager run the store, but every quarter, especially around Q4, he or she was at the store walking every month, and if you weren't meeting the numbers, eventually they were just. I thought the overhead or the turnover at Lowe's was just ridiculous.
Oh, like, yeah. It's definitely a revolving door.
Yeah. I honestly would never work there again. I was like, no more retail after that.
Yeah, like, it wasn't my favorite thing.
There wasn't enough accountability, and like little things get you written up there. It's like, really? You're going to write me up because of some, beam sticker residue? Really? Because like every time we changed prices, it would leave the the adhesive on there. So we would have to find something to get it off of. And we would have like, Goo Gone or Goof Off to wipe it off. But like that would run out, and like it's like, oh, you guys can't keep store using the Goof Off. It's like, then how are we going to get this off the shelf? That's the best thing to do it. And everybody doesn't share the supply. And that was the problem. Yeah. We couldn't have like a public supply because nobody ever took it back. So every department was pulling one off the shelf and using it, and then it wasn't being sold for money. So they were losing money because of that thing. Like, and that adds up after a couple of years. I mean, especially the margin stuff, because that's what Lowe's is based on, is margin. Those little packages are their best, that they keep selling. That's why they have them on end caps and on J hooks all over the damn store. And I don't know, over the years they change. Every year they change. If something doesn't work, they change it, or they eliminate these. Like they eliminate all the department managers, and then they the I don't know, what do you call it, the salaried managers. They kind of said, all right, now you guys are the department managers, but you're still salary. And you got to do your old job too. And it's just like, really? And then the team lead, they called you a department manager. Now they're just your team lead. And it's just like, okay, so we're doing the same job pretty much. But
it's all the same job. You're just getting lower pay. That's what they did. They restructured and they renamed the jobs, and you're just getting lower pay.
Yeah. And a lot of those people are like, I'm out. I'm not gonna or they looked for another place to go before. They kept it until they found something better, and then it's like, I'm getting out of here. This place isn't gonna. Especially receiving. Our receiving department was like, she was like, I ain't working here anymore. I'm out. Yeah. And then anybody else, they just said, That's your third right up, third and final. Get out. Bye. LP walks out. You remember what are they called? What are those sheets you did every morning? I forget what they were called. Did I lose him? Oh.
I'm still here.
Okay. Look, it's for a second it looked like it froze. I'm like, I'm losing it.
I was spinning for a second, but I'm still here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I forget what the sheets were called, but we had these internet or inventory like sheets every morning that you had to IRPs. I think.
Yeah, I remember IRPs.
Yeah. Every day you had to do them, and we had this one lady. She's like, "Are you done your IRPs?" It's like they need to be handed in at noon, like before noon or before 11. I hated that. I was like, it's like I'm by myself. I'm covering 2 departments. Shut up. Because there were some,
and you're taking care of all the customers, and how are you going to take care of all the customers and do IRPs at the same time?
Yeah, and we did do IRPs on weekends, but then they're like, "Oh, you're going to do a cycle count." I was like, "Leave! Like, we don't need to do this crap. All right, we're helping customers today. That's all you do. All right. If we're slow, then guess what? We're going to front face." And whatever, anything like that, and little down stocking, not too much, then you had the power hour in the mornings. Oh, we're gonna do morning power hour. Where's the puppet? He's here. I'm trying to interview. I'm trying to do an interview here, and I can't do it. So you asked Jeremy a question.
What are you going to the barber shop?
What was the question?
What are you going to the barber shop?
Oh, when am I going to the barber shop? Hopefully on Thursday. So we'll slow down a little bit on Thursday, and hopefully we can get over to the barber shop. But we gotta find a good barber, because the last barber messed my hair up bad. I'm gonna have to take George out to go get some dinner. So we can't cook here at the house, and she's got to take her medication. So we're gonna have to go here soon.
All right, no worries. It was good chatting with you, Jeremy and George.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I'd love to do this again or whatever. Some other time we meet. It's an honor to get a chance to chat with you, and talk about Randall, have a good conversation. Good luck with your property in Florida.
Appreciate it.
Everything that you guys are going to do, and I'll continue to be a viewer and stuff like that. And when I can, I'll definitely give to the super chats and help out your Restorage the Love whenever you can, or whatever I can. And if I ever make it out to Florida again, I'll definitely give you a yeah, I will.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Appreciate your invite.
Yeah. All right, guys. This was Jeremy from What the Hales, and George from What the Hales, and I encourage you guys to go check out their channel, and become a subscriber, and help them restore the love whenever you get that chance or opportunity. And adventure is out there. You just have to find it, right?
There you go. There you go.
All right.
I love it.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it. Have
All
a good
right.
night, everybody.
Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya. All right, guys, that's gonna be it for the stream. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna get off of here for the night. I appreciate you, Jeremy, for coming in and being part of the show. And thanks for everybody for watching. And we'll see you guys next time right here on YouTube.